Okay, ladies and gents, what's going on here? Welcome back to another video. So this is pretty big news here if you're a FIFA gamer like me, for example, because obviously right now it says that EA Sports has officially broken away from the footballing body that is FIFA. That's right. So obviously, apparently now, I just recently found out a couple of minutes ago, or more like 30 minutes ago, that EA and FIFA, basically they're no longer partnered together, and that it looks to me that FIFA 23 is going to be the last FIFA video game title to be released for later this year. But here's what it says here. Video game publisher EA says it's going to stop making FIFA branded football titles. Its EA Sports subdivision made the first FIFA game in 1993 and has been in charge of the franchise ever since. It is one of the most profitable brands in the gaming industry, but the cost of the license was one reason why the decision was made to ditch the partnership. EA will continue to make football video games, but from 2023, they will come under a new banner, EA Sports FC. That's right. So instead of, for example, next year when they release the new game, instead of it being called FIFA 24, it's now going to be called EA Sports FC 24 or something like that. So obviously, it looks to me that this is coming the same fate as, for example, how PES did. You know, when PES officially announced it was no longer going to be making PES titled content. Instead, it came down to eFootball. So it looks to me that not only was PES affected by this, but FIFA as well. While the gameplay mechanics and core modes of play will be similar to what players have come to expect in recent years, this change will likely see the title offer a broader range of other experiences beyond just the ability to play. Speaking to the BBC, David Jackson, vice president at EA Sports, explained that the studio thinks it's time to move in a different direction in order to build a brand for the future. Although the details of those experiences are vague at the moment, it's fair to assume that being able to watch real-life matches, experience Fortnite-style live in-game events, and have access to a broader range of branded in-game items are the kind of things EA would like to be able to offer. Jackson says that the world of football and the world of entertainment are changing and they clash within our product. So right here, it looks to me that money is probably the main reason why, you know, EA won't be releasing FIFA branded content anymore, you know, but I'm pretty sure there's another reason why. But I'm just interested to see how this is going to change the way how the football simulation games are meant to be played. Okay, so where was I? In the future, our players will demand of us the ability to be more expansive in that offering. At the moment, we engage in play as a primary form of interactive experience. Soon, watching and creating content are going to be equally as important for fans. Under the licensing conventions that we have agreed with FIFA 10 years ago, there were some restrictions that weren't going to allow us to be able to build those experiences for players. The FIFA franchise has been successful in part down due to detailed licensing agreements that allowed for accurate representations of team kits, player faces, and stadia to be seen on screen. Players have been able to play as Premier League teams like Liverpool or teams, whereas competing games like Pro Evolution Soccer offered fictional teams like Merseyside Red. EA says they will continue to offer real-world experiences, having signed up for 19K athletes, 700 teams, 100 stadiums, and over 30 leagues for future games. They include the Premier League, Bundesliga, La Liga, and UEFA. However, the move means that the games released to tie in with the World Cup, such as FIFA Road to World Cup 98, will no longer be made by EA. There will be one final FIFA release this year, FIFA 23, on sale this autumn as usual. EA Sports FC will hit the shelves in late 2023. EA is one of those in-game companies that has faced fan backlash over its approach to in-game purchases. No doubt, some of the questions about their new franchise will surround the financial model and plans for monetization, which are yet to be revealed. The move is a gamble for EA, whose fortunes have been closely tied with FIFA for decades, and Jackson accepts that, saying that it's going to be a big moment for the organization. Interactive football experiences have been central to what has made EA Sports successful over the last 30 years. So, obviously, I can imagine how this is going to change the way how, for example, game modes like Foot are meant to be played, because apparently now, after FIFA 23, you know, apparently it's no longer going to be called, you know, Foot. It's no longer going to be called Foot Champions and all that stuff. Making sure that the majority of current FIFA players switch to the new title will be vital for the company to be able to maintain important licensing partnerships in the future. They are an essential part in its success. EA struck the last licensing deal with FIFA in 2013, and it has been reported that football's governing body has put the price of the license up significantly, this time to more than $1 billion per 4-year World Cup cycle. So obviously, you know, when I say that, you know, this is likely due to money, this is what I'm referring to, you know, $1 billion, because apparently, you know, the annual charge is now going to be up to $1 billion every 4 years, you know, and apparently, you know, that's just too much for them to pay. So I guess that they're doing this as a way to maybe, I don't know, save money, because from the looks of it, it looks like that they're basically just doing this as a way to, you know, save money and, you know, basically cut costs. When asked if moving away from FIFA was purely a financial decision, Jackson said it wasn't ultimately down to money, but accepted it did play a crucial role in the decision-making success. Money plays a critical role in most negotiations. The reason we're doing this is to create the very best experiences we can for both players and partners. As part of that, what you consider whether or not your investment in one place is better or worse than an investment in another. Okay. On balance, over time, we felt our investments were better suited in spaces that were most important to players, like the different experiences we can build into the game for our partners. It's the way how we can welcome and engage them into a platform that talks to 100 million football fans around the world. As for football's governing body last year, it said it was engaging with devs, investors, and analysts to come up with its future strategy for gaming, esports, and interactive entertainment, indicating that new exchange was coming for some time. The BBC has contacted FIFA for comment, but it has yet to receive a response. Change is always going to be concerning for people at first, says Jackson. In terms of things that they'll miss, the players will notice only two things: the name and a World Cup piece of content that every 4 years. Outside of that, very little will change about the things they know and they love about the current FIFA products. Probably the easiest thing that we could have done would have been to maintain the status quo. FIFA has been an incredibly successful game over time, but there are moments then when you need to consider what the future looks like, and we are and we feel like building our own brand is the best for us. So obviously, all I have to say about this is that I think that this could be exciting and also kind of scary at the same time, because obviously this can either be a very new exciting feature, or this could turn out to be a big flop. We don't know yet. Now, obviously, you know, I don't think it's going to go down the same level as how PES did from PES to eFootball. But at the same time, you know, I can imagine that some people are probably not going to be too happy about this and all that stuff. But obviously, I mean, I still might feel somewhat optimistic about this. I don't know. But, hey, only time will tell. So let me know what y'all think about this, in the comment section below, and I'm probably going to end this stream here because I just have to come on quickly and talk about this, because this is pretty big news here, man. So it looks like we are witnessing another piece of history where FIFA 23 is going to be the last FIFA to be released under its name FIFA, and then it's going to be likely EA Sports like 24 or something, or EA Sports FC 2024, you know. So I guess that this is going to be the new future of soccer and or football simulation gaming, you know. But at the end, the biggest thing right now here is that, is this going to drive people away, or is this going to attract new people, you know? Because obviously I feel like that this is kind of a risky situation too at the same time. But, you know, hey, I guess the FIFA video game name franchise is going to be coming to an end, with FIFA 23 being the last one to be released. So yeah, guys, I'm out here. Like, comment, subscribe, and peace.